if you set an intention, you're telling your mind and your energy that's what you want to get out of the day, and that's a really positive thing to start with.
So I always like to get some takeaways from these podcasts for my audience, and I know you've got a 5-minute morning routine. So that sounds a perfect training camp for it. What do we need to do, and what would it do for us?
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: before you do your morning routine, the first thing I can say to everyone is the biggest thing is just put your phone on airplane mode before you go to bed. And then don't put it back on until you've done your 5 minutes in the morning, because what that teaches your mind to do again is respond instead of react to the day. Because if you pick up your phone straight away and you see, upsetting headlines like they're everywhere at the moment, or those stressful emails, a million things you need to answer to, your brain automatically goes into react instead of response for the rest of the day. So you want to have that space for yourself. So do that, get an old school alarm, or put your phone on airplane mode and have it away from you. And then just first thing I'd say is gratitude in the morning. So when you think of 5 things you're grateful for and you actually feel gratitude as well, it's always connecting the link of the feeling to the thought. So the physiology really ingrains it in your system. Then you want to think of 5 things and say them out loud or write them down. And what that again does is helps your subconscious look for the good and the rest of the day, the things to be grateful for instead of the things to be annoyed with.
Would you say that's typically like the same 5 things you think of before you start this process, and you're saying it every day, or do you kind of
No, they're different things.
Think on the spot?
Yeah, think on the spot, definitely. It's like, it can be your morning coffee that day, or something you think you're doing, someone you love, all these little things. And it doesn't have to be some huge thing. Like even the smallest things really have an effect. Appreciating like your hot shower, all those little things. Then I always say, moving on to meditation. If, for the 5-minute one, just doing 2 minutes of breathing meditation. And that's simply, we don't breathe well when we're stressed. We breathe very shallowly. And what that tells our body is that we are under attack. So you want to say like everything's fine to your body, and take some really deep breaths and breathe actually through your diaphragm instead of your chest. So just taking 2 minutes to think, breathe in through your nose. It's a breath sequence I do called the 4-4-8, because it's really simple to remember. Simply breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and out for 8. So you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just, repeat that 3 times in the morning, and just like ground yourself, just feel that calmness before you start. And then, you want to move on to the end is just an intention or an affirmative statement. So with an intention, setting up an intention for how you want your day to go. Whether that's a feeling like I intend to be happy today, or whether it's actually, you wanted to intend to have a good meeting if that's where you're going first. So set an intention, because that's a really powerful thing for your mind and your energy. So when it comes to energy, the expression is, focus goes where energy flows, and energy flows where focus goes. So if you set an intention, you're telling your mind and your energy that's what you want to get out of the day, and that's a really positive thing to start with.